Things are about to change. Today we're going to be completely transforming a space for $0. We're going to be going to Brooklyn, where my friend Greer owns a candle shop in Industry City. No new furniture, no new artwork, no new anything. We're going to be using everything that is within the space and hopefully completely transform and elevate what is already there. Let's rewind the clock, take it back a week or two ago, and let's go to Brooklyn. Okay, we are about to leave for Brooklyn. I have my tripod. I need to bring my hammer and my nails. Obviously, that's very important. It's gonna be a great day. I'm really excited. Okay, I should stop talking and grab my tools. If you're new here, hi, my name is Gail, and I live in New York City. Typically on my channel, I'm sharing how I live my life, my travels, but also how I decorate. Typically, it's how I decorate my apartment, but today we're gonna help a friend decorate their storefront. So this is new and this is exciting, and I hope you decide to stick around. This is my friend Greer, who has a very, very cool company.
I'm the founder of Mise, which is a candle brand that's all inspired by movies.
Why candles? Why movies? Like, why did you decide to start this business?
I knew I wanted to work with film. I did a short stint in production. I had a background in like brand marketing, digital marketing, but I really was missing the passion of the film side of my life. And then I just had one of those ideas, like a drunken idea, where it's just like, oh, you can't smell a movie. And then I looked, and then no one was really doing it.
I want to talk about the pain points that you have right now with your space and what you're hoping for.
Major pain points is the versatility of the shop, I think, because it is production.
So when you say production, you're making candles and you're having classes and screenings out
in the back space. Yeah, exactly. And then the front has to be presentable and welcoming and also easy to communicate what we do, what we are. Because primarily we are a candle brand.
So you want the shop to be a destination, you want versatility, and you want your brand to shine through.
Okay. Cool. So excited.
So the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna move all of her products off of the shelves, off of the walls, clear out the space, and then that'll just give free range to think and move things around. I have some ideas of a layout, but the only way we're really gonna see if it works is if we put it into place. So let's go. So if you're in the process of trying to reimagine a space, I recommend first taking everything out. Leave the biggest items, leave the furniture, just so your imagination has room to play. And then also physically, you're able to move and shift the pieces of furniture until you find what feels right. The first thing I want to do is move this rug. This will really ground that corner. Let's do it.
This is heavy.
You guys know that I am all about geometric area rugs. However, this one was just not fitting the space, and there's nothing wrong with it. It's just that it was too small for where it was positioned. However, if we take it and we shift it over to this little nook in the room, it'll really fill the space properly, and it will ground this corner and create a cozy little haven. For me, this wall ends right here. Yeah, visually, I feel like that should be the line of reference. So we're going to move some of these posters into this zone. And I think the goal for this zone is to, make it feel more like a living room, make it feel cozy, make it feel full, just a place for people to sit down, smell the candles. That's the goal. Greer went to go see if there's a ladder because clearly you can see some of these posters are very high up. There were a few things to consider when choosing which 3 posters to put on that wall. One, they all have to flow together. So we want the colors to be cohesive, we want the colors to be complementary, we don't want anything to be too loud or too bright. Secondly, because now we have a strong area rug as well as orange pieces of furniture, we need something that's going to tie that all together. So we ended up going with these 3. Cool. So we're feeling pretty good about this layout. We moved the couch in a way that people can sit down, look at the store. There will be visual interest from people walking by the windows outside. And we positioned it so that there can be a TV playing. She also sells these VHSs at her store. So we're gonna put on You've Got Mail as a nice background image. And I'm personally geeking out because I haven't put a VHS into a TV in a long, long time. So this is kind of thrilling.
And push it. Keep going. Yeah.
Whoa, I haven't done that in so long.
And then press play.
Tom Hanks. It's best to do this with painter's tape, but we don't have that right now. So we're using packaging tape. We lined the top of the frame with the tape, and we use Sharpie to mark where the holes are. So now we're just going to use that tape to put onto the wall so that we know exactly where to put holes in the wall. The issue here right now is that this floor isn't totally even, which is extremely typical in all New York buildings.
Yeah.
But Greer has this circle rug that used to be in the living space. We're gonna fold it in half for a semicircle. Hopefully it gives a little more stability for the bookshelf and also being able to repurpose this rug rather than not using it. This frame looks so much better on this wall. Like the scale is exemplified. Things are going well. Okay.
Hell yeah.
Sick. The hope here is that this can come into two pieces and it would be, we can just put them right together so it's like a low line shelf rather than a tall shelf. I just think the tall shelf in this corner, it's too tall for this wall. Amazing. Great, and then all of a sudden these don't feel like as short in a way. This is a nice table, but the wood top was just throwing me off. So she has an extra piece of black fabric that we're just taping to the surface. I think this looks so much better than the wood surface.
Yeah, totally.
Greer has dinner plans, but I have no plans this Saturday night. So I'm gonna stick around and we're gonna continue to work.
And I'm gonna be surprised on Monday when I come into work. Thank you so much.
Of course, it's so fun.
I already feel so much better.
Good. Bye. Okay. Well, now it's just the two of us again. Okay, so we want the frame to be right here. Definitely easier with two sets of hands, but that's okay. I'm like pumped for the moment that she walks back into her store on Monday. Hopefully she's happy with what we did here today. I'm gonna do a little sweep and we're gonna start placing the objects back onto the shelves. So I did confirm with Greer that these books did not have to be in any particular order. The way that I like to arrange books is by their height and by their width. I like to have a descending order in a way that the books just cascade from one shelf into the next. And then of course I put some books on display which were leaning more towards horror. Therefore I chose books that had interesting covers or eye-catching titles. As for the bottom shelf, I decided to fill them with her branded boxes. This is first and foremost a candle shop, so I just want to make sure that no matter where the customer looks, they can see Greer's product. These are so cute. It's about 7:45. I think I'm gonna give myself to like 8:20, 8:30. Feeling pretty good. I don't necessarily want to stack these like this, but it makes me nervous that there's no actual sides to these bookshelves. So this is just avoiding a potential domino effect of these VHSs. Greer wants an eye-catching interactive display when you first walk in. And we don't really have anything to play stacking wise with height, but she does have a lot of her boxes in the back. So I'm thinking I'm just going to create kind of like a pyramid with the boxes, and then surrounding it will be the candles. Just so it draws you in. You're like, what is that? And then you go over to it and you can pick up a candle and smell it. So let's see if what I'm envisioning is what actually happens. It's almost 9 o'clock. I should start heading home. I feel good, and I hope Greer feels happy about it as well. You know, not much has changed, but it feels like there's a better flow in the store. Things look more full, there's more products. The energy just runs smoother for the customer experience. Well, that is the hope at least. I'm so curious to hear what you guys think, but I had a lot of fun. And luckily I had no plans this Saturday, so I really do not mind staying late. But I am thirsty and I am hungry, so I need to go feed myself. Hopefully her and I can just keep collaborating in the future, and hopefully this collaboration opens up new collaborations. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna go home. Good night.
All right, it is Monday. I haven't been to the shop since Gail worked on it, so coming in fresh from the weekend, and I'm very, very excited to see what you've done. Wow. Wow. I cannot believe this was made and rearranged with stuff that I already had. It feels truly like a completely different store. It feels candle forward. It feels cozy in this little living section over here. This has always been my biggest pain point in the shop, is, you know, feeling confident when people walk in that they know what it would be and that it feels good. I definitely don't have an eye like Gail does. And this is just next level. This is awesome. And of course we've got the little Twilight Zone shrine over here. Gail, I cannot say thank you enough. I feel so proud and cozy and at home in the space. I spend most of my life literally in this shop, being a small business owner, and I can finally say that I feel confident with people walking in. They know what the store is. You can feel it being movie forward, but especially candle forward. I'm just mind blown that you've been able to do this with what I already had. Cannot tell you how much this makes my day-to-day just simply better. Thank you.
I was so relieved that she seemed happy with what we did, because as you all know, I mainly just decorate my own apartment. I haven't really expanded beyond that to this point. And the opportunity to be a part of this project was both exciting, but also slightly nerve-wracking, because, you know, typically it's just my own taste at stake. When someone else is involved and someone else is entrusting me to create that atmosphere for them, and even for like her customer, this is for her business, this is her livelihood. And she trusted me to help her, to steer that ship. So I don't take that lightly, and thank you, Greer, for trusting me, and I'm so happy that you're happy. But I also want to thank Caroline Winkler, who does these $0 transformation videos. That was kind of the inspiration for this video, and what made me think that perhaps my audience would enjoy this type of content. So thank you, Caroline, for the inspiration. And if you're still watching, yes, I invite you to hit that subscribe button, give the video a thumbs up, say hi below. All of that engagement really helps YouTube recognize my channel and recommend it to other folks such as yourself who are cool, stylish, friendly, just a well-rounded individual, which I'm sure you are. I'm gonna go and I will see you in the next one. Bye.